Okay, I am going to start the video now. Hey buds! So when I went to college because I was curious about learning how transistors worked. Also because I wanted to be an electrical engineer. I didn't really have an idea much about what electrical engineers did in their real lives. I just knew that electricity was kind of interesting and transistors were cool. So I got into the first classes for electrical engineering and was told that we would get to the actual topic of how transistors worked on a fundamental level in like a 300 level class. I think the specific questions that I was asking were the dead ends that the professor described. And I found that kind of frustrating because there was this topic that I knew that I was interested in and I just wanted to know how to learn about it. So I started working on this project called Fact Shift, which was meant to help me keep track of the things that I was finding and see how they developed through courses. I was working on this project with a couple other people. It was meant to be kind of like a better version of Wikipedia, but specifically for your learning style. But I realized that I didn't know enough about the space. So I switched majors to learning and education studies, which was fantastic. The education professors are just tremendous at teaching. It's almost like they want you to know the things that they've learned as they've learned about how education works. So that was just a great learning experience for me, and it taught me the fundamentals of how learning works at a cognitive level. And basically, there's a lot that I could say about it, but the gist is that you practice. You find ways to play so that you're interested enough in what you're doing, but you practice through that play. It doesn't necessarily fall in line with some styles of teaching, like specifically vocational education, where there's an orator who's meant to just give you this stream of things that you're supposed to know. It doesn't necessarily last that long if that's the case, because you're not actually trying to contextualize that in your own life. That's the major difference. When you're playing, you're actually interacting with the tangible items as if you're going to use them. But when you don't need to use them, you're not going to remember them as much. And that's kind of a big thing that I want to mention here. That's the end of this video. Bye.